Charles Keller asked, how many sacks do you think we will get this game? Well, hopefully a lot, although I will say this. Green Bay, last 3 games, have only given up 6 sacks. They've been fantastic pass protection, for pass protecting, I should say, for Aaron Rodgers. You go back to the Week 12 matchup, we'll talk about this a little bit later on, and Brian Bulaga did not play in that game, one of their star right tackles. That was a reason why the Niners were able to get after Aaron Rodgers so much, and yet they get him back. They're healthy. It's one of the better offensive lines. I'd say 3 is probably the low end. I'd say 5 is the high end, somewhere in between 3 and 5 sacks this Sunday for our 49ers. The more the better, obviously. You get the Rodgers more than 6 times, we have a pretty good chance of winning, despite all the fact that we have a pretty good chance to win regardless of how many sacks we get. What should be our biggest focus on Sunday? Biggest focus is going to be 100% stopping Aaron Jones. You can make the case for Davante Adams, although I think Sherman's going to be able to lock down Adams pretty well. Make the case that maybe they'll move Adams more to the left side and play him against Emmanuel Moseley or Ahkello Witherspoon or whoever the heck starts at cornerback on that other side. But I definitely say Aaron Jones. Jones has been the big it factor for the Green Bay Packers in the new Matt LaFleur offense. They're running the ball a lot better than what they normally do. So if you stop Aaron Jones and you just make Aaron Rodgers throw the ball a lot, which sounds weird because Rodgers is so great, but you want Aaron Rodgers to throw in this offense. You do not want to have a scenario where Aaron Jones is rushing for like 150 or 160 or 170 total yards. It's 2 very similar offenses, I would say, when you actually look at both teams. They're both run-first teams. Matt LaFleur loves to run the football. We know what Kyle Shanahan likes to do. And then they play action. They boot out of it. You get Aaron Rodgers, get Jimmy Garoppolo in space, let them throw the football on the run, and they got great targets just like we do. So very similar overall in terms of the teams. Our defense, a little bit better overall. Green Bay's defense has been playing pretty well down the road as well. So great matchup. I think we really got to focus on Aaron Jones overall. Brandon asked, who will be our best receiver on Sunday? I mean, most likely Kittle, but if you want to be like a true wide receiver, definitely Deebo Samuel. I'm actually, and I said this on a video a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, I think, I'm not sold on Emmanuel Sanders being a guy we should re-sign this offseason. He has been completely up and down ever since we traded for him. There were some games it was like 8 catches for 132 yards. The past couple of games, it's been like 3 catches for 22 yards. They're not throwing in the football a lot, which I guess maybe is a Jimmy Garoppolo problem. I don't see that, though. But they are throwing the ball to Deebo, so I'd probably say Deebo is going to be our best receiver on Sunday overall. Follow me on Twitter also, @Thomas Mott down below. Give me a follow. Good question. Which running back will have the best game? Probably Mostert. You know, Mostert's been the guy. Now, last week it was Tevin Coleman. Mostert came out with an injury kind of later on in the game, went back in. He was fine, but he did check out of the game for a little bit there. So Coleman was the main workhorse, which we hadn't seen for a very long time. I have zero faith in Matt Breida having a big game just because Matt Breida hasn't done anything over the past couple of, feels like months. It's been weeks, though, in reality. I think it's either Coleman, obviously, or Mostert. I'm going to pick Raheem Mostert because for whatever reason, when he's healthy, the past 5 weeks, he has been the main workhorse for our 49ers out of the backfield. Doesn't really matter, though. I mean, as long as they combine for like 150 yards, we're going to win this football game. So I really don't care who gets the bulk of the carries. I just see it being more Mostert than Coleman. Although maybe Coleman back-to-back weeks, 150 yards, I'm fine with that. Here's your matchup right here. Number 2, number 1 seeds. Over-under sitting at 46, and right now we're 7.5-point favorites. And I think that line might shift a little bit towards Green Bay as we get closer and closer. The Kittle injury, which we'll talk about in a little bit, might kind of shift Vegas a little bit here. But overall, 7.5-point favorites. You guys can always bet on the game as well with our promo code down there, BetDSI or chatsports.com/bet, promo code 49ers. Here's the deal. 49ers last 5 games are up on the board. They've been absolutely fantastic. Minus that Falcons loss, which was kind of bizarre, but we all know Julio Jones is great, caught that game-winning pass. And the divisional round, that's the main focus, 27-10 over our Vikings. So we come in hot. Then you compare that to what the Packers have done over their last 5, make it 6 games. Green Bay's hot as well. And something Kyle Shanahan said earlier on in the week, he was asked, oh my goodness, you guys are favorites. You guys rolled over them at home week 12. This is going to be easy. And Shanahan said, whoa, look at this. Last 6 games over here, this is 5, but there was 6 straight wins. Win, and they're all really dominant wins as well. Not really a bad football team on here besides the Washington Redskins. Detroit played them pretty hard. So Green Bay's just as hot as we are. I think 7.5 points is probably a little bit generous towards our 49ers. I think the Niners are going to win, obviously. Be closer than people think. This is not a scenario where you are happy to play the Packers. I think we all wanted to not see Russell Wilson again. But Green Bay is as hot as they've been. They struggled early on in the year. Think back to that Thursday night game at home where they lost to Philadelphia. They were kind of reeling a little bit. They figured it out for whatever reason. Past 6 games, the Packers are undefeated, playing very good football. But again, Over-under right now, I think at 44.5, and right now they have them at 7.5 in terms of our 49ers being the favorites. This should be very easy. I'm going to watch the chat for this one. Who you guys got? Packers or 49ers? Type P down below for Packers. Type 4 down below for 49ers. If I see any P's down below, I'm going to be very, very upset. Okay, lots of 4s coming in right now. Who are you guys rooting for? Give me a score prediction while you're at it. P's or 4s for the 49ers? There you go. There come all the 4s right now. Now we're getting them. Yeah, if I see any P's, we're going to kick you out of the chat. Very easy. Packers, 49ers. Who do you guys have? Good. All 4s happening right now. Yeah, I'm with the 49ers on this one, obviously. The only reason I think we could lose this game is if we continue to have struggles on the right side of the cornerback spot. Let's say that Emmanuel Moseley starts and he struggles, and they put in Witherspoon and he struggles. That could be a recipe for disaster, but that's just one position, so I don't really see it overall. Yeah, there you go. I see a lot of P's. That's what they said right there. It's funny. A lot of 4s. There we go. A lot of 4s. So Riker says, someone type AP. No, don't do it. I'll kick you out. Here are your Super Bowl odds. We continue on here. Kansas City is your favorite. Not a surprise there. Vegas loves Patrick Mahomes. 1+135. They're the favorites. There we are, 165. How about this? Green Bay, Tennessee, +650. No love for the Green Bay Packers. And obviously, Tennessee is going to be a heavy underdog just because they're the 6th seed overall. Kansas City, I think, is going to beat the Titans, but at the same time, Derrick Henry's been balling out, so who knows who we'd play in the Super Bowl. Here's your promo code right now. If you guys want to bet on, obviously, the NFC title game, you want to bet on the NBA, MLB, all at BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code 49ers. First time you sign up, get a 120% deposit bonus. So if you're confident in the Niners this week, which you should be, you put $100 down, use the promo code, it's actually $220 down. So a lot of money to be made. Get your bets and deposits in right now, chatsports.com/bet. Again, a lot of 49ers over there to the right. Good. There we go. Shout out Mix Hawkins. I'll give you a shout out. There you go. All right. Brunel Jacobs. Has it already been said who's going to start at corner between Ahkello and Moseley? No, it has not. I keep waiting and watching these press conferences, thinking that someone's going to ask him who's going to start, and Shanahan be like, oh, it's going to be CJ or Emmanuel Moseley. I'm not officially set. Now, should be obvious. I'm 99% sure Emmanuel Moseley will be starting at corner because he came in for the bench Ahkello Witherspoon just a week ago. Witherspoon has been horrible the past couple of weeks. I mean, absolutely atrocious. He gives up that pass interference to Stephon Diggs and the deep ball to Stephon Diggs. He was terrible on Sunday. Hats off to Shanahan for benching him. But overall, I think it's going to be Moseley starting. Who do you guys want to start at cornerback opposite of Sherman? Let me know in the comment section down below. Ahkello Witherspoon or Emmanuel Moseley. I want to see what you guys think. At the same time, it's got to be Moseley. Fong Calvin says, can we complain to Disney about Stephen A. Smith name-calling on Jimmy G? What did he call him? I don't recall Stephen A. Smith name-calling Jimmy Garoppolo. He's always been a doubter, a Jimmy Garoppolo doubter, but, you know, that's what Stephen A. Smith does. The ESPN pundits got to have their guys they like and the guys they don't like. Who cares what Stephen A. Smith thinks? If we win the Super Bowl, he has to talk good things about us overall, okay? No worries there. It's okay, Calvin. Not a worry. Stephen A. Smith will have to talk about us and talk good things about us if we win on Sunday because we beat his boy, who is Aaron Rodgers. If you watch First Take, you know what I'm talking about. What player do we need to stop on Sunday? Great question right here. I already said Aaron Jones, although if you want me to pick someone else, Davante Adams balled out against the Seattle Seahawks. He was unstoppable. Shaquem Griffin had a terrible time in coverage of him all night long. They had big third downs. They were completing it to Davante Adams. What I think Green Bay is going to do is basically keep him away from Richard Sherman's side because Sherman doesn't travel. Sherman's always stayed to the right side of the defense. He's going to stay there, so they'll move Davante Adams to the left side of the offense. That way he gets one-on-one matchups against Moseley or Witherspoon. Hopefully Moseley gets a start. Hopefully Moseley hangs on overall. I expect him to because Moseley's been the better quarterback or cornerback for the majority of this season. But, again, you never really know, so we'll have to see what happens. But Davante Adams, if you don't stop Davante Adams, he could really, really carve us up. Okay, update on the Kittle injury here. A lot of people are wondering about what's going on with George Kittle. If you follow people on Twitter, Kittle apparently missed practice on Wednesday with ankle soreness. Oh my goodness, we're all worried. Well, today in his post-practice meeting with the media, he said he feels, quote, fabulous. So he should be good to go. He's going to play on Sunday. Not a worry. I think they're probably just holding him out because he probably has some nicks and bumps and bruises. Every single player does. They want him to be 100%. We see ankle soreness and we freak out because ankle injuries can be pretty bad. Don't worry about it. George Kittle, barring some sort of crazy fluke accident, he's going to be playing on Sunday and we'll be out there. I think they asked Matt Breida what they think about Kittle's injury, and Breida said, what injury? I'm not even worried about it. So good to go there. Good news on Kwon Alexander. He's been limited in practice this week. He has practiced, though, the entire week is the big thing here. Yes, he's been limited, but he did not have any days he sat out. Played his first game since tearing the pec, literally forever ago, which was, what was it, week? I can't remember how long ago. But first game back, obviously, was last week. Played really, really well. Didn't really show up on the stat sheet, but did have a lot of impact plays, forcing running backs outside to get tackled. He was really good. He also is expected to play on Sunday and should get more reps as well because he mixed it up with Greenlaw on Sunday against the Vikings, so should see more Alexander. And finally, Dee Ford, he's been limited, but actually missed practice yesterday, but is expected to play on Sunday as well. He was in a limited role, 22 snaps. Expect that to go up. So at the same time, you have Kittle being mentioned in injuries and Kwon and Dee Ford. Here's the deal. Short summary. They're all going to play. Kittle will be 100%. Kwon and Dee Ford will be somewhere between 80 and 100%. They'll have a limited number of snaps, but they should play more than what they did against the Vikings, which is good news. So I'm not worried about either of them right now.